Today, we're going to do a senior friendly workout. So, we're going to do about 8 exercises for 30 seconds on and a minute off. And we're going to do 3 sets of each one. So, this is an at home program. So, today, you're going to need a chair for balancing and 2 books for doing curls with. So, as we work through these exercises, I'll explain them to you during the rest periods so that you have an idea of how to do them. Again, this is a senior friendly workout or one for people who have just coming out of rehab or haven't ever exercised before and are just looking for something to start to get the muscles moving and the blood flowing. So we'll get started with arm rotations. So arm rotations, I'm going to set that out of the way. So arm rotations, just a slight bend in your knee. We're just going to do this. We're going to do that for 30 seconds, and then we're going to take a minute break, and we're going to do it again. We're going to do that for 3 times, get our blood going a little bit, and then we'll go on to the next exercise. All told, we should be just shy of 30 minutes on this routine. So here we go, arm rotations, 30 seconds. And you can do these forward, backward, however you want. About 15 seconds. And again, you can go a little slower, you can go a little wider if you want. Stand up tall. Go through these. Alrighty, take a break. So we're going to take about a minute rest. Then we're going to do that again, except this time I'm going to go backwards with the rotations. So during your rest time, we're going to try to get your heart rate back down a little bit. Try to relax the muscles a little bit, walk around, get a drink. Once you start sweating, now if 30 seconds is too long and you can only 15 to 20 seconds to do that, and then come back in if it's only for like 5 more seconds. Do what you're comfortable with here. You don't want to do too much. You don't want to be too sore the next day or actually 2 days later. But again, we're going to keep working through these. Nice slow pace. In about 10 seconds here, we're going to start the second round. This one, we're going to go backwards with. So again, feet shoulder width apart. Here we go. 30 seconds. Make sure to breathe. We got about 10 seconds, and we're going to take another break. And take a break. Again, loosen those arms up a little bit. Make sure you keep breathing. Don't hold your breath during these exercises or any other exercises. Continue to breathe. Nice, controlled breathing. Walk around. Again, like I say, loosen your arms up. Whatever you need to do. Get yourself focused here. So we got one more set of those. So what we're going to do is 15 seconds forward, 15 seconds backwards on this last set of those. And then the next one, exercise we go to, we're going to need the chair for balance. So we got about 20 seconds, and we're going to fire this next set up. Okay, 5 seconds. Get her set up, feet shoulder width apart. Here we go. 15 seconds forward. And then I'll say switch, and then you'll switch to backwards. And switch. 15 more seconds. And then we'll take a break. And stop. Okay. So on this next exercise, we're going to need a chair for balance. What we're going to do, we're going to take and use a chair for a round the world kick. So we're going to do 30 seconds kicking just like that to start. From there, the next, we'll take a break. Then the next 30 seconds, we're going to go across. And we're going to do this with both legs. So we're going to work one leg at a time. The next one will be kicked to the side, so we'll have to move the chair. And then the final one will be kicked back. So you're going to have 4 sets of these on each leg. We're going to fire it up here in about 10 seconds. Forward kicks for 30 seconds. Get yourself comfortable. Make sure you have something to hold on to. At any time this gets difficult, take a break. Here we go. 30 seconds. Try to stand up tall. Your foot should not hit the floor. You're basically swinging it back to start, then back up. You don't want to swing it too far backwards. You want to try to come up at least knee height if you can. If you can't, go where you can with it, however high you can get it. You can have a slight bend in your non-working leg. Take a break. So we're going to take a minute. The next kick is going to be across. Again, you're trying to get knee high, but if all you can do is just kick across your foot, then do that. If you can get higher than that, by all means, do that. If you need to, bend over, stretch a little bit. Try not to round your back too much on those stretches. A lot of times, you can take your calf, pin it against the wall, stretch it out. Or you can do like that, get a nice stretch. Good stretch like that. So on this one again, we're gonna swing across our body. We're gonna fire that up here in about 5 seconds. And here we go. Swing across. Again, go as high as you're comfortable with. Go at a speed you're comfortable with. You don't want to go too fast. It's also why we're holding on. Some of these kicks will definitely test your balance a little bit. Great rehab exercise. And stop. So the next kick, we're going to go backwards. So we're going to kick backwards. This one, you're still going to try to get your foot up to knee height, and you're going to end up leaning forward a little bit to try to keep that balance. So keep that chest and core strong, tight. It's going to look just like that. Alrighty. We'll be firing that up in about 30 seconds. Again, this workout will be about 30 minutes long with the rest work ratio. Maybe 32 minutes, but in about 10 seconds, we're going to set up for this next round. Back kicks. Same leg again. Keep working that same leg. And let's start. 30 seconds. Again, as high as you're comfortable with. You don't want to lean too far forward and fall over. About 10 seconds. And then we're going to move the chair because we're going to do a side kick. And let's stop. Let's resituate the chair so that we can kick out. So this next one's going to be just like this. So take a minute break here, and we'll fire up that next round. If you need a drink, get a drink. I usually drink water. Whatever your preferred choice is at this point. I would suggest water or some kind of electrolyte drink. If you're new to back into getting into fitness, take this exercise here. You know, if your leg is starting to get tired, do a little less, take a little longer break. Okay. Okay. And let's fire it up. Side kick. Stand tall. You're kicking back down 2 foot. We got about 15 seconds here. And let's stop. Okay, now we're gonna leave the chair where it's at because now we're gonna go to the other leg and work this one just like we did our right leg or left, whichever side you started on. Again, walk around, get that loosened up. Your hip flexor and your glutes are probably a little tight right now. So make sure you walk it around, try to get that thing loosened up. You stand around for those minute breaks, it's going to tighten up even more on you. So kind of keep it moving, get that blood, keep that blood flowing. Here in about 15 seconds, we're going to start up our other leg, front kicks. About 5 seconds, so let's get ourselves set up. And start. Again, stand tall, swinging back to the start position, not way behind you. And stop. So the next kick is going to be across again. So we're going to go across the front of our body. So it's like a little twist. Do what you're comfortable with again. Usually one side is more flexible than the other. So if your height is lower on this side or higher than the other side, that's completely normal. We're trying to get them even, but that takes work and effort. And that's what we're here for. Get that effort to get everything even in the body, strengthen up the body. So again, across just like that, as high as you can. We're going to fire that up in about 20 seconds. Okay, let's get ourselves situated here. Again, front cross kicks, and go. Again, you'd like to get at least knee height, but if you can't, don't worry about it. Get as high as you can. Hold on for balance. Don't lean forward. Stand tall. And stop. The next one we're going to do is back kicks. So again, walk around, loosen up. Be right back. Okay, we got about 30 seconds, so we're going to fire this up again. Back kicks. Keep moving. Alrighty, about 5 seconds here. Back kicks. And let's start it up. Back kicks. Again, try to stand tall with a slight lean. Don't lean too far forward or you might fall over. You'd like to try to get knee high. If you get a little higher, that means you're going to get a little higher, you're going to have to end up leaning a little far forward. You may not want that. So just go as far back as you can. Try to get about knee height if you can, but if you can't, don't worry about it. And let's stop. We're going to move the chair because we're going to side kicks to finish. You're going to look just like that, standing straight up. Again, trying to get to knee height. Take a minute here. We'll fire this last round of around the world kicks up. And then we'll go into forearm curls next with the books. So keep yourself moving. Keep those legs loosened up. About 15 seconds. Again, make sure you hold on to the chair for balance. If you don't need the chair on any of these exercises, great, don't use it. And let's get ready and go. I can hear my hip popping on this side. Not unusual. Always one side. Different than the other. Couple seconds. And stop. Okay. So our next exercise we're going to do involves books. And so I'll show you from the side here. All you're going to do is just flex your wrist. This is called a forearm curl. So we're just going to flex our wrist. That's it, right there. We're going to do those 30 seconds on, a minute break. We'll fire those up in about 30 seconds. So again, 2 books. If you got dumbbells and you want to use dumbbells, use the dumbbells. If you don't have dumbbells and you don't feel comfortable with the book, then just use your wrist and do that right there. Now, if you do that right there, you can feel that forearm work. That's what we're trying to do here. So again, we're going to fire that up in about 5 seconds. Grab your books, elbows to your sides. Here we go. Just moving that wrist. 30 seconds. So you can see from the front. Only thing moving is those wrists. Get that forearm working. And stop. Gonna take a break here and fire that up. We got 2 more sets of those. Again, if that is too much, you just that's all it is. That's the whole movement right there. Okay, at about 15 seconds, we're going to fire up set number 2 of those. Two books. And let's get set up and go. Again, you're just flexing those wrists. Elbows are tight to your sides. To make these more difficult as you get stronger, is you do a hold at the top. So you'd stop and hold it, squeeze. But for today, we're just doing reps. And stop. Another break. We got 1 more set of those. And then we're going to go to calf raises. We're going to use the chair again for balancing on our calf raises. Make sure you keep moving around. So even though we're working our forearms right now, your legs are probably still tight from the prior exercises. So let's make sure you keep moving. We got about 20 seconds. And then we're going to fire up that third and final set of forearm curls. So these are our forearm curls. We're working on strengthening up that forearm. If those books are starting to get to be too much, again, just come back to that movement right there. Let's get set up. And go. Last set of 30 seconds forearm curls. I can hear my wrist cracking and popping. They must hate me today. Five seconds. And stop. Okay, we're going to set those down. We're going to need those again in a minute, or a few minutes. We're going to grab our chair, get it set up again. And we're going to do calf raises. So it's only going to be this. Boom, boom. We're going to do those for 30 seconds on and a minute off. So again, grab your chair for balance. Calf raises up next. Remember, keep moving. You're just going to wander around. Okay, about 5 seconds. We're going to fire up calf raises here. So again, your feet set up. They're going to be about this far apart. And let's go. All you're doing is raising up on your toes, setting back down onto the ground. Pushing up as high as you can. Some people will be able to get a little bit higher than others. But just push up how you can here. You still got 10 seconds. So if your legs are starting to get tired, take a longer break. Make sure you walk them around. A couple seconds, we're going to stop. Alrighty, stop. So if you need to stretch them, place them up against the wall. You see how I'm leaning into it to try to stretch that calf out. Like I say, you want something more stable like a wall so that you can lean against. This is how you would stretch them back up. Lean into it. Alrighty. We got 2 more sets of those coming up. Got about 30 seconds though. Walk around, stretch those out. Keep yourself moving here. Okay, let's get set up and go. Again, as high as you can, back to the floor. Try to stand up straight and tall as you're doing them. Again, these are difficult. They're easy but difficult because of the 30 seconds. So if you can't do 30 seconds, do what you can. Couple seconds and break. Again, stretch the calf out. Find yourself a stable surface that you can stretch those calves back out. Keep your legs moving. Okay, here in 10 seconds, we're going to fire up that last set of calf raises. Let's get yourself set up. Nice and tall. And here we go. 30 seconds. Final 30 seconds of calf raises. We got 10 seconds still. Come on. And stop. Alrighty, great job there. So, we're going to need the books again for the next round of exercises. Bicep curls. So bicep curls, I'm just going to bring them up. Now if you notice, my arms, my elbows are in tight to my sides. So, you can see this from the side. I'm not swinging the upper part of my body of my arms. My elbow's bending and my bicep is flexing as I curl the book towards me. Again, if you have dumbbells and you want to use dumbbells, use dumbbells. But try not to swing your arms. Try not to let them fly out too far. We're basically working on form here with these books and getting the muscles fired up. So in about 10 seconds, we're going to do bicep curls. Again, trying to keep, you can do them alternating if you want, or you can do them together. And let's go. 30 seconds. So you can see it from the side as well. Trying to get the books to come back down and basically touch the top part of your legs, right above your hips. Got about 5 seconds. That way you're getting full range of motion by coming back. So they're hitting my chest. Stop. So they're hitting my, just above my hip, and they're hitting my chest as I'm curling them. And my arm is staying stable on my side. 2 more rounds of those. And then we're going to go back to our chair for balancing for another leg exercise. Then we'll finish with 1 more arm exercise where we lay on the floor. And that'll be your workout for today. So 2 more sets of curls coming up. Water. Okay, 5 seconds. Let's get set up for our curls again. And go. Stand tall. And stop. We got 1 more set of those curls. Again, if at any time you're getting tired on these, stop and take a longer break. Depending on where you're at with your fitness level, you might be able to take shorter breaks with these videos. So what you can do is take the exercises, write those down, and shorten up your rest time as you start to get more proficient with it. What you're hoping to get to is like a 30 seconds of work and 30 seconds of break, or preferably 30 seconds of work and a 15-second break. You can really shorten up your workout time that way and make everything work that much harder, but you got to get to that fitness level first. Okay, in about 15 seconds, we're going to finish up that last set of bicep curls, and then we're going to move into what's known as a stationary lunge. So, let's get set up here, and let's start last 30 seconds of bicep curls. Up. That was your last set of curls. Next, we're going to need the chair for stationary lunges. So what you're going to do in a stationary lunge is you're going to get in a straddled position. So I'll show you from this side. So straddled position, and you're going to lunge down, hand on your hip. You're going to use the chair for balance. So from the front, it's going to look like this. Your rear knee is not to hit the floor or the back, and you do not want your front knee crossing your toes. Preferably when you're squatting, when you're lunged down, this should be a perfectly parallel line. Like you said, again, the back knee will not hit the floor. Wherever you're comfortable with your chair sitting. Here we go. Let's get set up. Straddle, I'll throw this way, and go. So we're going to use 30 seconds of these. We got both sides. At about 5 seconds. So anytime that you need a break on this, take it. And stop. We got a minute break. Now we're going to switch to the other leg. This is the lead leg on this one. And then the third set, we'll switch in between. So we get about 20 seconds. Again, this time on this lunge, we're going to lead opposite foot's going to be forward. On our third set, in the middle, we'll switch. Okay, so that you can see what's going on here, I'll set up in a little bit of an angle again. And here we go, lunge. You want to try to keep your chest up tall. Make sure this front knee does not pass that toe. And your knee, as you can see, your rear knee is going to be a few inches off the ground. Some people have a wider lunge range, some have a shorter one. Again, we want to make sure that this knee does not cross our toe. And stop. So this last set, we're going to start out on that side, and then we'll switch. So we're going to do 15 seconds on each side. As you begin to get more comfortable with this routine, if you do it more than once, you can do 3 sets on each side. But I'm trying to keep our workouts to roughly 30-35 minutes. But you can lengthen them, shorten them as you need to. Okay, in about 15 seconds, we're going to do 15 seconds of lunges with the right leg leading forward, and we're going to do 15 seconds left one. So let's get set up, and let's start them. And let's switch. So different lead. Again, make sure this knee does not cross that toe. And stop. Okay, we got one last workout of 3 sets. We're going to use the books again for this. We're going to be on the floor. They're floor presses. So all we're really going to do is this right here. So as you can see, I'm turning the books. Again, if you have dumbbells, you can use dumbbells. We're going to do these 30 seconds on, a minute off. This will be our final exercise of the workout. Make sure you cool down for 3 to 5 minutes after, walking around, whatever it is. If you've got an exercise bike, a treadmill, just something to casually cool down, get the heart rate back down, walk around the house, whatever it is that you have access to. So let's get ourselves set up here. About 5 seconds, we're going to do floor presses. There we go. So your elbows are not going to touch the floor. You're going to come just back to almost to the top, but not quite touch the floor. And again, anytime you get tired, take a break, or you can set them down on the floor and just hold the books up there. This is a good tricep workout. And stop. Okay, 2 more sets, and you have completed our workout together. Again, you want to get up, walk around. If your legs are feeling tight from the lunges, get up, walk around, stretch them out. Keep them moving. Keep the blood flowing to them. If you're comfortable and you feel good, then you can sit right down here like I am and get ready for this next set of floor presses. Again, this is working the tricep as the main focus of this exercise. Hopefully your books are close to the same size like these. All right, we got about 10 seconds here. We're going to fire up our next set of floor presses. And apparently I've got carpet I'm taking with me. So here we go. Get set and fire them up. Your elbows should be coming right down to your sides. So let me get a different angle here. As you can see, my arm is coming right down my sides. You don't want it flared out too far. And stop. One more set. Again, you're trying as you're coming down, you want that arm to come right back down your side. You don't want to be way out here with it. It puts too much stress on the shoulder. You want it to come straight down the side of your body. We got one more set. Alrighty. Closing in on more like a 35-40 minute workout here instead of 28. Not bad. My math's probably not the greatest, I guess. Alrighty, let's get this set back up. Our last set of floor presses, and let's fire them up. Again, elbows are not coming all the way to the ground, just above the ground. Arms are coming along your sides. As you press towards the sky, you can go straight up in a neutral grip if you want. I just usually turn, give it a little bit of more of work. But like I say, you can do either way. Here we go, a couple seconds. And stop. That's your workout for today. Make sure you cool down, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for coming.